Hi everyone, welcome to Creative Stampin' Designs. How's everyone doing today? My name is Karen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Central New Jersey, and I'm here to make a card with you. Just going to give a minute, see if anybody's going to hop on. Otherwise, we're going to get started. All right, we're going to use the Cactus Cuties today, along with the punch. This set comes as a bundle. It's on page 66 of the January to June 2022 mini catalog. And I have to admit, I looked past this one a couple times, and then I saw it getting used, and I really liked it. And I'm having fun playing with it, too. Hi, Rosie. Thanks for joining. So the set we're going to use today, just a couple reminders of things that are going on. The Waves of the Ocean collection is available now. The stamp set and dies, you can purchase them separately or as a bundle. They will be carrying over to the 2022 to 2023 annual catalog. But the Waves of the Ocean DSP, the blue foil paper, and the Rhinestone Waves jewels, those are only while supplies last. Hi, Barbara. Thanks for joining. Also going on right now is the Savings Are in Bloom sale. Stampin' Up! Is put together, well, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is 20% off. And then they have 13 bundles that are on sale right now for 20% off. Now, the bundles are normally 10%, so you get the 10% bundle price plus the 20% off. They have brought back the Art Gallery, Garden Wishes, and Celebrate Sunflower bundles. No, not Granny Apple Green, Rosie. I'm sorry. Bundles for this sale. Okay. And the last thing I just wanted to remind you or tell everyone, I have a little bonus going on my for my online ordering. Any orders of $50 or more during the month of March, the online class tutorial I have right now is the Daffodil Daydream. I'm also offering for any orders of $50 or more another 6 bundles that we have put together over the past year or so, using some of the bundles that are on sale. So it's a total of 7 online class tutorials that you will get. And there's, I don't know, 30, 35 projects, I guess, between, because I believe we have at least 5 for each one, and if there's 7, so there's I believe there's at least 35 projects or tutorials. All right, I am going to get started here. All right, I'm going to need the punch, so we'll leave that right there. I did not do anything for this card. I'm going to do it all live so you can see how to do it. So I need the trimmer. All right. I am starting with a panel of Pear Pizzazz cardstock. Hi, Tara. Thanks for joining. This is 4 1/4 by 11, not scored or cut at all. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to do this. So we're going to get the cutting blade out of the way. Now, this part here is going to be the back of our card. So this is the front here, and that's the part I'm going to be working with, okay? All right, so for the front, this, like I said, it's all, this is the front, this is the back. The score lines will go in. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I get this all in so that you can see it. All right, we are going to start by putting this at the 1-inch mark on the trimmer, and I'm going to score in 1 inch on either side. So this side was into 1. This one is going to be to 3 1/4 since it's 4 1/4. Right. Then we're going to move it to the 2-inch, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to score in 1 inch on each side. Okay. Now I got to open this up because I forgot to. Right. Hopefully we can get all this in. Okay, I'm going to move this to the 6 1/2 inch mark. Okay, and again, I'm going to score in 1 inch on each side. Okay, now I'm going to turn it so this is the front section now. Let me just, I don't know if you could see the score lines. Here's the 1 inch mark, the 2 inch mark, and the 6 1/2 inch mark. So we're going to put the 4 1/4 inch down on the end, and we're going to set it at the 1 inch mark. Okay, and we are going to cut from the 1 inch mark up to the 6 1/2 inch mark. I was trying to make sure I could see. Okay, then I'm going to move it. I'm going to put it in on the 1 inch line on this side. It just makes it easier. I don't want to turn it around because then you're going to have to make sure it's in the right spot. And again, we're going to cut from the 1 inch mark up to the 6 1/2 inch mark. Okay, and get the cutting blade out of the way so you don't cut anything else. All right, now we're going to turn it again back so that this is the front, and we're going to set it at the 5 1/2 inch mark, and we're going to score just between the two cut lines. Ooh, almost grabbed the cutting blade. So it'll be from the 1 inch to the 3 1/4. We're just going to score right there. Okay, and that's it. Now we're going to fold. So this one here, the 6 1/2, is a mountain fold. So you're just going to give it a little fold. The rest of the card will fall into place. Then the 5 1/2 is a mountain fold also. So we're going to bring that up. Whoops. Bring that up, and we'll burnish it once we're done. Then the 2 inch is a valley fold, and the 1 inch is a mountain fold. So these will go like this, and then, whoop, having trouble here. There we go. It just falls into place. Give it a good burnish here. And there you go. We got a step card that wants to open up. I don't remember if I did this side or not. There you go. Okay. I will have, hi Amy. Thanks for joining. I will have all the directions to do. I've done this one before, Tara, that's why. I will have the directions along with, hang on one second. I have I don't know if you could see it. I have a diagram of how after I did it, I drew a diagram so you can actually see. And I will post this also on my blog so that you can make the card and hopefully share it. The card will be posted on Friday on my Facebook page. It'll go live on my blog and my Facebook page. My blog will have all the measurements. And on the Facebook page, if you do make this card, please remember to share in the comments a picture of your card. Okay, now I have all the little pieces for the side, and I did not put any of those together. Okay, I'm using the Bloom Where You Are Planted DSP, and I have to tell you, I had everything all planned out, and 5 minutes before I went live, I changed my mind on the DSP I was using. So I had to change things around a little. Okay, so we're going to this piece here. What do we have here? This is 2 inches by 4 1/4. So this is 2 1/8. Yep, 2 1/8 by 4 3/8. Like I said, all the measurements will be on my blog, just in case I give you a wrong measurement. Okay. I'm going to adhere these. Oops. I might have to get my tweezers if I can't pick these up. I don't want to... I'm trying not to get glue all over everything. Or I should say all over me. Hi Jamie, hi Jillian, thanks for joining. No worries. Jillian, you will have to go back and look at, watch it from the beginning so you know how to cut and score the card. Jillian is one of the few that does share on my blog, or on my Facebook page, not my blog, on my Facebook page. All right, so now we're going to adhere these to the front. And I do mix it up usually. I use Stampin' Seal and the liquid glue. But I have found, especially when I'm live, the liquid glue seems to be working better for me because it gives me some wiggle room. When I'm using the Stampin' Seal, I have to pull it up. I got to work fast. Okay, so then we're just going to adhere these. Right like that. And this fits right down. I mean, I could open it up to do it. That would make it a little easier. With the top, make sure it's going to stay. We are having a gorgeous day today, and tomorrow's supposed to be in the 50s and rain. But it's like 72 out. When I came home from work, I just walked along the front of my yard, and my one garden looked like it was in desperate need of some cleaning up. So I put my stuff down, and I went out and started weeding and pulling stuff, forgetting that I was wearing a white sweater. All right, so that's all for the card base for right now. Hi Michelle, thanks for joining. Hi Pam, you're here too. Thank you for joining. So that's it with the card base right now. We're going to set that aside, and I did some cutting ahead of time because I had a fussy cut, and we all know how much I love fussy cutting. So here's the one cactus that needed to be fussy cut. And these do have a punch. These are part of the punch. I don't know if you could see that. But I did cut a few out ahead of time. I will cut one just so you could see. And this is the one flower pot from the set that does not have a punch, so I had to fussy cut that also. And, well, we were not doing that live. So, this is actually the group of colors I'm using today. Mango Melody, Pear Pizzazz, Polished Pink, Cinnamon Cider, and Mossy Meadow. So, first we're going to stamp the other flower pot, the one that I can punch out. That's not the one I can punch out. And you want to look at, before you punch something, you want to see the orientation that it's going, so you make sure, because if I were to punch this the opposite way, I'd have to put it in my paper in this way, and I'd lose all my paper. So I'm just going to stamp that on the bottom. Stamp that like that. And we'll punch this out first. You can see where I was cutting everything before. And this does not, it doesn't line up perfectly. It's actually going to cut just inside the stamped image. Yes, but you see, I do not do the fussy cutting live, Jamie. That has to be done ahead of time, because fussy cutting live just makes me nervous. Okay, so there's the flower pot. Now we're going to stamp. I'm going to stamp this bottom part of the cactus. And I think I'm going to come in that way with it. So this, I have this side for the others. And again, I may have gotten some, we're going to go this way, I think. Yeah. We're going to stamp it just like that. And we're going to stamp that one in Pear Pizzazz. And I have other scraps of white over here that I can use. Something's on my stamp. A piece of plastic or something on the stamp. There we go. Okay. Whoops. Good thing I have more white paper handy. I just slipped and went a little crooked with that. And we're just going to put this in here. Punch that out. And you know what? I'm not going to fight with all that. I'm going to, let's see, so this goes that way. So I'm going to stamp 3 of these, but I'm going to punch one at a time. Only because I want to make sure. See how it's going to cut some of the paper, so I'm going to have to move it over. We'll stamp another one. Stamp one more. Hi Shirley, thanks for joining. All right, and then the same thing Okay, the only bad thing with a punch is the little pieces go everywhere. So this one here is going to have polished pink little flowers. So again, I want to see the orientation, so it's going to, I have to turn it this way. Close this. This is one of those ink pads that I will definitely stick my hand in. Line it up and just punch. And like I said, then you get all these little pieces. Alright, I think that's it with the punching, so we could start putting this together. Alright, so this one here I'm going to put in the back, so we're going to just kind of adhere all the pieces together, and this one I'm going to glue down, and then this one here I'm going to pop up on dimensionals. So we are going to get trusty little silicone, so I can, I'm just going to use a little bit, maybe, there we go. Just put that in the book. Okay, there was this other piece, this one right here. I decided it went with this because I didn't think it went with this cactus. I know it doesn't go with this one, so I decided it was going to go with this, and I'm just going to adhere it. Just, these pieces are really small. We're going to put it just like that. Okay, and actually, you know what? I think I'm going to use a glue dot to put this on. It's going to be a little easier for me. And I'm just going to put the glue dot on the back because, like I said, this whole piece is going to get glued down. I'm going to put that. And then we're just going to glue that just on it up a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to add the little flowers. So this one I punched out, I stamped and punched Mango Melody flowers. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm gluing the flowers right on here. So I'm going to put this one right about there. Because then I'll have this other one is going to pop up right in the front of it. So we're going to, just to give it a little bit of dimension, but I'm going to use liquid glue to glue this down. And then I'm going to leave a little, I'm not going to glue right to the end, so then I can sneak the flowers in underneath. I think that's going to be a little bit easier for me. All right, and we're getting my trusty little tweezers for these. And I think I am going to use a glue dot. And I'm just going to put it just underneath a little bit. Oops. Okay, now the glue dot's on it. There we go. Yeah, my fingers are just getting in the way today. Just enough. And it's okay if it goes off over here because this piece is going to be out. All right, and then we put this last one. Get one more glue dot. This one we're going to put right like that. Okay. The other one we're going to have to put together on here. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue. Actually, I'm going to put the glue on the, try doing it on the front, see if that works for me. Yeah, I'm going to be full of glue by the time I'm done with this card. It's a good thing about the silicone. They don't stick. It doesn't stick. And when you do get glue on it, it just rolls right off. All right. I need my third hand to help me out with this one now. That like that. And I'll go there. I gotta try to pull it up just a little bit. Okay, and the last one on, I'm gonna put on the end on this little one. Oops. Just put it right like, whoops. We're going to try to put it right like that. All right, now flip this over. I can put this, actually I want to keep this here because in case there's any glue on the outside. And we're going to put the Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to put them in between so then I'm sure that things will hold in place. So I may use a few extra, but at least I know it'll stay in place. Let's see if I can get this one between these two. I'm going to do the easy ones first. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just reinforcing it, really. That. I'm going to see if I can get this between. And I did. All right. Oops. And this is, I mean, you can use the mini dimensionals, but the half a dimensionals work perfect, especially for this because they're a little longer than the mini. All right, so this one, the pot's going to go here, so this is going to go, I guess, right about, yeah, right there looks good. Okay, and the pot's going to go on with dimensionals too, but I'm only going to put the dimensionals like on the bottom because the top part is going to overlap a little bit. So we're just going to put 2 right on the bottom. And that'll just overlap just a little bit. I center it a little more. Right, like that. So there. So it kind of gives it a little bit of depth. All right, now we are going to stamp the sentiment. I have, this piece is 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to stamp it with "Hope Your Day is on Point," and that'll just fit right in there. So let's keep our fingers crossed that I get it straight. And I am going to stamp that in the Mossy Meadow ink. And we're going to aim for straight and right in the middle. That's not bad. Oops. All right, and I'm going to adhere this. I have a Mossy Meadow mat that is just 1/8 of an inch longer. And once again, all the measurements and the diagram on how to make the step card will be on my blog on Friday, creativestampindesigns.com. And I do my best with typing up the tutorial part, but sometimes cards like this, it's easier to watch. And I think I'm going to pop this up on the bottom too. Actually, you know what, I'm going to do it this way. Only because I like popping. I like to pop the things up a little. And it's not adding any more dimension. I mean, the card anyway is going to require, I'm sure it will require a extra postage. Most of my cards do. And if they don't, I usually put it on anyway, because I'm always afraid that if there's something sticking out, like I put embellishments, and if it's sticking up, they're going to return it to me. So I got to go sideways for this. We're just going to put this right on the bottom piece. Right like that. And then I do have a couple of, I remembered my embellishments today. And I'm just going to put the cinnamon cider. Cinnamon cider is one of the colors that will be retiring in probably April. Correct me if I'm wrong, Amy or Jamie. Because the new catalog will go live. The 2022-2023 catalog will go live May 3rd with 5 new in colors. So these in colors will be going away. So if these are colors that you really like, now's a great time to get them before they retire, or before they're posted that they're retiring, because once they're gone, that's it. All right, and because I like these things so much, I'm going to put a little bumblebee up at the top by the flowers, because I believe there are bumblebees in the desert. We'll just put it right, actually we'll put it up top here, just to give it a little extra something up there. I'm going to do the inside real quick. So I have a panel, I think this is 4 4 1/8 by 4 3/8, and this will fit, we're going to open this up, right inside like this. The only thing you have to make sure is before you put it in, make sure you have it the right way. Okay, so then this is 4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so let's just, I'm just going to stamp, I'm going to stamp the cactus on the inside, all, but I'm just stamping it. I'm not going to pop it up or anything. I just have to find all my stuff. Colors. So I think I'm going to put the Pear Pizzazz one on the inside. And we're just going to stamp it on the bottom. The good thing with the photopolymer stamps is you can see through them. So we're going to hope that I get it really close, because I have not tried this yet. Everything I've done, I've stamped and punched out. So let's just get this ink on the side so I don't stick my hand in it. And again, it's really easy to do without a camera. It's just the camera's what gets right in the way. So we're going to hope that I'm getting it right on. And I did. Do I sound surprised? I am. I'm very surprised. And then we'll stamp a couple of these. Of those, and I'm going to put a couple flowers on it, and we'll be done. Well, I have to put the sentiment, and then I have to just do the envelope real quick, but all right, that's the wrong one. Here it is. This time I have to make sure the stamp is clean. Before I didn't, the block, or not the stamp, the block. Before it didn't matter too much because I was punching it out, but being this isn't being punched, just put one there. There, and then this one is probably going to go off the page a little, but that's okay. And one there. I'm going to stamp the sentiment in Mossy Meadow. And all I'm stamping on the inside is hello. Yeah, I don't need this stamp. Put that there for now. And then it can be used as anything. I can use this as a thank you card, a birthday card, just a hello card. All right. Adhere this to my Mossy Meadow mat that I lost. There it is. Make sure I'm putting it on the right way. Like that. Just about done. There you have it. It's just, so that's my step card. Let me just do the envelope real quick. And I just have another panel of the Bloom Where You're Planted DSP. Thanks, Amy. Give this a quick trim. And then I'm just going to stamp the other cactus on the front, but I'm not going to put, actually I can put a flower on it. Just put this one right like that. I'm going to close this before I stick my hand in it. Whoops, sorry. Thank you, Shirley. The ink didn't pick up on all of it. And where's my little flower? Here it is. And my mango melody. And we're just going to leave that one with the 2 flowers. And you see how, I don't know if you can see what I did on this. I didn't quite get it all the way down. Well, that's kind of when these Stampin' Blend markers come in handy. Because then you can just fill in just a little bit. There. Alright, so that's it. It's my step card. Which was, I mean, it was pretty easy once I got all the cuts done. But I will post it all, the cuts. I'll post a picture of the diagram that I draw every once in a while. This is what I do. I have a couple of them in here for different cards. I draw them on the graph paper, and then I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it on the blog for you, so then you can follow along and make the same card. And it's pretty easy. Like I said, the worst part is that you have to just get the scoring. And if you overscore a little, nobody's going to notice. It's just the 2 cut lines you have to make sure you get right. All right. Everything will be on my blog on Friday, creativestampindesigns.com. All the measurements. It'll be posted on my Facebook page on Friday. And when you make the card, whatever design you decide to do on it, please share a photo in the comments below my card, because I love to see what everybody's making. Thank you everyone for joining, and I hope to see you back next week, next Wednesday, 4 o'clock. Have a great day, and if you're doing anything for St. Patrick's Day, have a good time. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye.